I call this time of year the dieting trifecta of doom, because you've got Halloween, and then you've got Thanksgiving, and then you've got Christmas. So
it is
big 3 events. And if you can
you
get
have
through
very
this,
little recoup. Exactly, and you have very little recoup time in between.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if you eat too much at Thanksgiving, it's like Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah.
But
I
had really tempted at work.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I had some tips to get through Halloween.
Please
try not to, eat the whole bag of candy. This
share them
tip
with
is probably a little bit late, but don't buy candy in advance, because they put up the Halloween candy at least a month before Halloween just to tempt you to buy it. And I know you'll be walking through the aisles and you see it, and there's Reese's Pieces,
and it's on sale.
Good, but it's always on sale. So I would say, wait until like today, or you might not want to wait actually till Halloween. You might be cutting it a little close there, but wait until the day before or 2 days before to buy it, so you don't actually eat it all yourself. And then if you do buy it in advance, keep it out of sight. Just don't leave it lying around in the living room, because then you'll be more tempted to just like pick out, one. I'll just pick out one, and then you pick out 2.
Right.
And then you'd eat half the bag. Yeah. It's only 100 calories.
Fun size.
Yeah. Another tip is to buy candy that you don't like. So if you buy, if you really hate, licorice or something, you can buy that, and you won't be as tempted to eat it, and you can just hand it out all to the kids. I would also suggest, make sure you eat a meal before the trick-or-treaters come, so you're not hungry, and when you're handing out the treats, you don't just sneak one for yourself. And then the day after Halloween, you can remember that you don't have to buy it just because it's on sale, and just because it's clearance and it's a deal, you don't have to buy the candy. It's okay just to let it stay at the store and let other people buy it, because it's really not worth it in the long run, even though it's on half price.
Lonely and calling out to you.
Yeah, just leave it there. Someone else will find it.
Someone will give it a home.
Yeah.
That is. You know what that's very similar to? You know what that's very similar to? Number 5. You don't have to buy it just because, you know what I mean, it's on sale. It's sort of like the sweatshirt with the reindeer on it. Same thing for me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no idea what you're talking about.
You know, like sweatshirts with reindeer, or like puffy Christmas trees that are like really, really, really holiday themed. Sometimes, I mean, those aren't like my thing, and I know like if I wore one, I'd look like somebody's grandma. But like it's on sale, and sometimes I think to myself, I should buy that because it's happy and it's cheerful and it's on sale.
I have that problem when I go to like Big Lots or to the dollar store. I'll see stuff and
it's 99 cents,
and I don't need it at all.
We have somebody in the chat room is saying that last year he bought some candy and no kids came to his door, and the Snickers bars all had little voices, and he had to throw them out because it was getting really noisy in his house.
Oh yeah, and that's the final tip is it's okay to throw it out. I know it seems really wasteful, but it's probably better for your health to throw it out. Or you can, if you work, you can bring it into the workplace and throw it on your coworkers or do something like that. But you don't have to eat all the candy just because it's there. So hopefully those tips will help people and get through the Halloween season.
I think it makes sense. And really, the one thing that I always have to go back to, especially this time of year, is there are always Snickers bars, always. Not just at Halloween. They're always there. And if I don't buy them, I'm not going to lose my life, nor will I lose out on the opportunity to ever have one again in my life. And so I don't, you know what I mean? It's just those crazy things, and it's the whole conversation that I have when I'm standing in front of the bag, and I go, I'll just get the bag now so that I have it for Halloween and I can hand it out. Well, I know better. You know, I'm 40 years old, and there's probably not a year that's gone by that I haven't had the same conversation and bought the bag and said, I'll be fine. And then the 31st rolls around, and there are children at my door, and I have no candy. You know, you know what I mean? So there are exactly. There are starving children wandering my street because I, you know, convinced myself that I was going to be okay.
Well, there's another motivation. Yeah, you don't want the trick-or-treaters to go hungry.
I know. That would suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's
I actually had a friend who like lived abroad, and they didn't even have Halloween in other countries. So this is actually kind of an American thing. If you could always leave the country if you're really desperate.
You know what? And leave it to us. Leave it to us. You know what I mean? Leave it to us to have the fat holiday.
Just be a country.
Yeah.